I think you all have been through days where you see yourself procrastinating even on the tiniest of things. And after being in that phase for some time when you question yourself, that's when you get influenced by this very common stereotype where people associate your laziness with your procrastination. And this has become a way more common statement in our culture कि तुम आलसी हो इसीलिए हर एक काम को टालते हो कल करे सो आज करे सो अब and all of that stuff. But did you realize sometimes all of us feel like, why is it that I'm delaying a few tasks which I used to perform with so ease before? And amidst all of that self observation, you also get convinced to consider your laziness the reason behind your procrastination. Let me tell you, the primary cause of your procrastination is not just your laziness. There's a few more things behind. I'm quite sure you want to know about that. Well, let's go deep down to the history behind this word procrastination and where it comes from. The word procrastination itself has got a very deep history behind it, as it comes from the Latin word procrastinare, which means to put off until tomorrow. And some part of this word, procrastination, comes also from the ancient Greek word called akrasia, which means against your will or judgment. So, as we look at the historical inheritance and meaning of this word, it's clearly understood that whenever you procrastinate, you simply acknowledge what you are up to, and also if something wrong happens in the future because of you delaying this task in hand, you would be the only reason behind. And despite being aware of all this, yet you choose to procrastinate. So far by now, you must have also faced this common stereotype of our society that you tend to procrastinate sometimes because of you lack these skills of time management and self-control. But how do I debate with those people that it's not just about your time management skills and self-control? Because if I look at myself, I'm quite good at managing my time and controlling myself, but for those times when I procrastinate, it's mostly because of some tough times that I'm going through, or when I'm not able to regulate my emotions about something in life. And because of these emotions, I tend to procrastinate and put off all my essential tasks until tomorrow. And the cycle keeps on repeating itself till I get rid of this emotional change in my head. Like, just by observing my own traits, I have realized that procrastination happens mostly because of my inability to manage my emotions. And because of this inability, I tend to prioritize short-term relaxation over my long-term goals and satisfaction. Like, delaying a task makes me feel relaxed at present moment because it provides me relief from some negative emotions like stress, anxiety, self-doubt, and all of that. But in the end, I'm aware that tomorrow or maybe after a few days, I'll have to finish that task. But just because currently I'm not in a state to take that much stress to finish it now itself, so I tend to procrastinate because of my emotion regulation problem and not the time management problem, all right? So what could be the solution? Well, the problem itself is the solution now, only if you look at it the way I do. Consider procrastination as some problem with your emotions. This way you will realize that procrastination is not your act of being lazy, but there is something wrong with your emotions which makes you procrastinate. Well, technically it's going to be a step towards forgiving yourself. And after that, understand your feelings and emotions about doing some certain task. And once you can see how your emotions and feelings respond about performing a certain task, it makes it a lot easier to understand and not allow your feelings to dictate whether or not you can get started with this task right away. Because this way you can teach yourself that you need not to be in the right frame of mind every time before starting a task. And then instead of feeling pity about your laziness, you can bring all of those feelings to work and start with breaking down a task into small, performable tasks which could actually be accomplished right away. Lastly, what happens is We tend to wait until we feel ready to perform a certain task. Well, from now onwards, I'm quite sure if you look at the procrastination this way, you can avoid wasting a lot of time and stop yourself from procrastinating in future. Look, procrastination is itself inevitable. I don't know what has been its impact on your life or work. It could have been wildly irritating to be life-changing negatively in some sort, but remember, it couldn't be resolved by doubting yourself. Instead, try to be kind to your future self and begin by forgiveness in the present moment to slowly get rid of this habit. All right? Give it a try and thank me later. Wish you all the luck, and I'll see you in the next one.